Hey guys, welcome back to C Hash or C Sharp tutorial session 2. In today's session, you can learn the difference between write line and write method in C Hash, C Hash naming standard, and C Hash comments. In the first sessions, you already learned how to install Visual Studio 2022. After that, how you can create a project and how you can write your first code. So in the first session, we have created a project called C# tutorial, under which the program.cs file created, and we have written our code in the main method. So with the help of the console.write line, we can print something in the console, and if you want to view the console report, you have to write console.read key. After the code is written, you need to click on the start button so that it will run your code, and then your desired output will be displayed in the console window. So you could see the first C hash program is being displayed because that is the part, right, we want to print in the console. Now you can understand the difference between write line and write methods in C hash. So to print the data on the console output screen, console.write and console.write line method can be used in C hash. So console is predefined class of system namespace, while write and writeLine both are console class methods. The writeLine method prints one or more object in a single line with a new line character inserted at the end. This means any subsequent output will be printed in a new line, while the write method is used to print one or more object in a single line without inserting a new line character at the end. In the write method, the cursor remains at the same line, while in write line it moves to the next. So in case you are creating, right, so many lines of code with the help of the console.write line, right, so here you can mention like line 1, and I can mention, right, line 2, and I can mention like line 3. So this is the 3 line I am trying to print it out with the help of console.writeLine method. Now let's run the code and let's see how it is behaving in the console. So with the help of the console.writeLine method, so thing will be printed out in the console, and right, it will be printed out in every line because your cursor control will go to the next line after printing the thing, right? So write line method prints one or more object in a single line with a new line character inserted at the end. This means any subsequent output will be printed in new line. That is the reason, right, whatever way we have tried to code using console.writeLine, every line is coming in a new line. Okay, so that's why, right, console.writeLine will behave in the Visual Studio 2022. Now let's comment it out, this code, or you can remove the code, right, or you can just replace it with the help of write method. So instead of write line, I'll be just simply replacing it write, and let's see what is the difference will be there in the write method. So whenever we will be using write method, so everything will be printed one by one. There will be no spaces at all, and it will not be in the new line. So that is the difference between the write and write line method. Now if you're running your code, you can see in the console, right, the first CS program line 1, and as and when it is ending, the new thing is getting added. There is no space or no new line is being there. So in case you want to give some space, so you need to add some space in the next code. So that way you can give some space, but it will be still in the same line, right? Let's try to run the code and let's see how it is behaving again. So no issue found. Now if you run your code, right, you could see the desired result, right? So first C has program line and then space is coming because that space was given in the next line, right? So that space is coming, and then the first C has program line 2 is coming, and again another space is there, and then right first C has program line 3 is being executed. So that is the way write method is used to print one or more object in a single line without inserting a new line character at the end. So that is the basic difference between write line and write method in C hash. Both are coming from the right console predefined class of system namespace. Then whenever you are working as a tester and you want to develop right C hash program for the Selenium WebDriver, so every time as an individual tester you need to follow some naming standard so that it will help everyone to follow the standard or naming convention. So there are following three terminologies being used to declare C hash and .NET naming standard. One is camel case, so where starting word will be the smaller case. In this standard, the first letter of the word always in small letter, and after that, each word starts with the capital letter. And Pascal case, sometime it is called as upper camel case. In this, the first letter of every word is in capital letter, and the third one will be the underscore prefix. So for underscore, the word after underscore use camel case terminology. So these are the three standard you need to use whenever you are defining some name in the C hash programming language. So use Pascal case for class names. So in case you are creating any class, you need to always use Pascal case. Try to use noun or noun phrase for the class name. Do not give prefixes. Do not use underscore. Use Pascal case for method name in case you are creating any method manually. So always use Pascal case, and use maximum 7 parameter in a method. In case you want to write pass some parameters, so do not include more than 7 parameter in any method. Then next one, use camel case with method argument and local variable. And in case you want to create an interface, so always use letter I as a prefix with the name of a interface. After letter I, always use Pascal case. Always try to use Pascal camel case terminology prefix with underscore for private member variable. In case it is a public member variable, use Pascal case, and for any namespace, use Pascal case, and for any other field, right, use Pascal case in the field names. Do not use a prefix and underscore for the field name. So here you could already see, right. So whenever we are using namespace, always you could see the Pascal case using right. So main method also Pascal case, the class name Pascal case, the normally method also it is starting with Pascal case. So that is the way, right. You should always refer this particular standard during the naming convention for the C hash language. Then comment in the C hash programming language. So what is comment and why we need to right incorporate the comment in any of the programming language? So comments can be used to explain C hash code and to make it more readable. Comments are English words used for code documentation. C hash supports single line comment and multiple line comment. Comments in C hash makes the code readable. It also makes the code disable from execution. So why we generally need to use the comment? So suppose say in a particular program you already designed or already developed 1000 line of code, but for some code, right, you need to give some information to the user so that they can understand. Suppose say today you are the only person who is working for the project, but after some time you can move to the other project and some new person can come. But in case you are not giving any relevant information for a particular method or particular function, right, it will be very tough for them to understand the coding. So that is the reason always in case you are defining something, you want to validate something, always give some comments so that people can understand from the code itself that what is the objective of each and every methods or line like that. So here we are having couple of line, right. So I can use console write, or maybe I can use console.write line as well for couple of stuff. So these are the 6 line of code I want to console write line. So I can give that line number 4 here, line number 5, line number 6. Now in case you want to comment out a single line, so that is the way you can comment it out. So that in case you are executing your code, so instead of 6 line, it will be executing only 5 line, and whatever line you are commenting, that will be discarded from the execution. You could see, right? C has program, line number 6 is not being executed, so it is being disabled. So that is the way you can do the commenting for the single line, and even after the code also you can make the comment with the help of double slash, right? So say C has single line comment. Okay, now that part will not be executed as well, because you could see the color is getting changed to green, and similarly that sixth line also will not be executed. So that is the way, right, you can create single line comment in the C# programming language. So those particular comment as well as the line number 6 is not being executed. Now in case you want to make multiple line commented, suppose say I want to make these 3 line commented out, so definitely I should will not be use generally double slash for every line, because 3 lines still you can use it. But in case you are want to comment like 20 lines, 30 line, 100 line, so definitely it is not possible to go to the each line and just give double slash. So what approach we will be following? So we will be using, right, the multi-line comment. So single line comment start with 2 forward slashes. Any text between any text between these 2 slashes at the end of the line will be ignored by C#, will not be executed. Multi-line comment will start with slash star and will end with star slash. So that is the way you can do the multi-line comment. Suppose in case you want to comment 3 line, either you can do that way, double slash and double slash for each of the line. But in case you are having 20 lines, so it is not recommended to give, right, every line commented. It might be having some error. So what we'll do, we'll select the start line, we'll give slash and star, and we'll go to the end line, we'll give star and slash. So you could see this 3 line is commented out. Now out of 6 line, only 3 line will come into the pictures, and the remaining line code will be disabled from the execution. Now if you execute the code, right, out of 6 line, 3 line already commented by multiple line comment, 1 line already commented by single line comment. So these are the 2 line is being executed now. So that way you can, right, deal with single line and multiple line comment in C# language. That's all from today's session. Thank you.